You
Hang
going to
on.
Hall and
Be
Hope?
quiet. We're live. Hey everybody. Sorry we're late. Welcome to Hauling Hope. I've had a little technical difficulties here. Uh, so I'm running it off my cell phone. But that's kind of how it goes. We just wanted to our first show is basically just going to be me and Cheryl, my co-host, and my vice president, and I couldn't do anything without her.
Oh, stop that.
It's
You
true,
do
girl.
so much. I know, but you do so much. I don't even feel like I do enough, but thank
Well,
you.
you're welcome, dear. Now, our first show is basically going to be telling everybody a little bit about what we do. My name is Shelley Conaway. I'm president of an organization called Trucks with Room to Spare. Cheryl Pollard is my vice president. What we do is we're truck drivers. I happen to be at home, but we help disaster relief organizations in times of need. And with our show, Hauling Hope, we thought we would focus on other drivers and people within the transportation industry that's actually giving back to their communities. Uh, it's a little positivity in the darkness that we have right now.
And we
So
got a
we
lot
just
of
thought
them.
this would be we thought this would be a great idea. Cheryl, do you want to add anything?
No, I'm just excited because we have so many truck drivers that fall through the cracks that we don't even realize who I told you about that cigarette.
I'm sorry, I'm hectic right now. Everybody knows I smoke. I'm sorry. It's been one of those days. Okay, in
It's
case
been what?
everybody's
Okay. It's been one of them weeks.
there you go. In case everybody's wondering what happened to my hair, this is what happens when you get a black market haircut during a pandemic. Okay? Don't do it. The $15 is not worth it. Wait. This is what
Oh,
happens.
well, it's really cute on you, but I told you I'd put a little gel in it, spike it up, and make it sexy. But that's
Well,
me. That's me.
we've been riding around with the windows down, so it's kind of
Yeah.
doing its own thing. But no, we're going to be focusing on truck drivers. There's lots of drivers in the industry that participate in volunteer runs. I met a lady this week, a bull hauler, who was going to help us with some supplies up into Michigan. And it was kind of one of those we really didn't know where they needed to go. And just so happens her name is Amanda, and I cannot remember her last name, but she's actually doing a hog roast and handing out food this weekend. And we thought it was
Oh,
great, and she's actually kind of do an assessment of needs in the areas that she's going to. So I mean, we've got truck drivers that are behind the scenes doing all this kind of stuff. And I think it's great. And I think it's something that we really need to focus on and point out and show the good that truck drivers are doing in the industry.
and there are a lot of truck drivers doing a lot of different things. Even when them not with trucks or doing the spare, there are so many
Where did you go,
organizations.
Cheryl?
I'm
She
right
froze
here.
up on me. I think I lost her.
No, you froze up. I think.
You there, Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. There she is. She's back.
I'm here. but you're but you're froze up. So we're going to have technical difficulties till we figure all this out. So y'all please be patient with us, especially with it being the first show. And it's been
I
a
thought I
crazy
played
week
with
with
this.
us.
I thought I played with this enough. But anytime you're dealing with truck drivers, sometimes we're not in the greatest places and sometimes our signals aren't the best, but we try really hard.
Right.
So, but I want everybody to know if you know a truck driver or someone else, a dispatcher, a safety director, a company that's giving back, that's stepping up and going beyond what
Yeah.
what they need to do, please let us know. We would love to feature them in this. This show's every Saturday. We're going to start our guests next Saturday because we couldn't get anybody, in time for this one. But if you have someone that you think needs to be recognized, please send us a message and let us know. You can message us on Hauling Hope's page, or you can send us a message here on Trucks with Room. What do you want to say, Cheryl?
No, I'm just looking at you. It looks like you're froze up, so I don't see you at all.
Okay, I see you moving and me moving, so I'm not sure. But and I can't read the comments because my screen's full of controls. So if Cheryl, if you can see anybody that's making comments.
I am trying to. You're in Trucks with Room to Spare, correct?
I'm in Trucks with Room to Spare and Hauling Hope also.
Okay, I do see all the comments, so we're good. I can read the comments.
Anything we need to talk about?
Hurricane season is here now, and it don't start till tomorrow. So we know Bertha has hit land in South Carolina, and I think we got another one out in the Gulf somewhere, don't we?
Well, let's see. We had Arthur that formed and didn't really. I think it hit over clipped North Carolina a little bit. Then we had Bertha, Big Bertha, that didn't really do a whole lot, but she come into South Carolina, and these were all, within a week of each other. So 2 weeks prior to the start of hurricane season. Everything I'm reading, I'm in a couple of weather groups. I can't even say meteorology groups.
Meteorology.
Yeah. They're anticipating a higher than normal amount of hurricanes within the Gulf this year. So the need for drivers.
Women.
Well, we kind of have a tendency to do that.
So,
but
it's gonna be fun.
We're going to have an extremely active hurricane season this year. I mean, we have the dam breaks in Michigan. I know for a fact later on this year, as things dry out, we're going to have a lot of wildfire impacts across the country. And honestly, a lot of the areas that are being hit by the riots right now, there's probably going to be relief groups going into there to help the people in the aftermath. So we'll be helping with anything that we possibly can. I mean,
that's just what we do. Is relief, and know, we got some disturbing things this week, but I mean, we help people. We help anybody that we can, but we don't help everything. So
we have a lot of calls for pet help. There's a lot of great organizations out there that work with pets. You have organizations like Operation Roger is a group of truck drivers that's been around for 10 plus years. And that's what they do is they help to transport animals in their times of need. We also have Tony Alsop's organization. He has a foundation. He helps with supplies as well as animal transport. He actually has a school bus that's fitted to go in after a disaster to help transport out in masses. So there's a lot. And these are truck drivers. They're all truck drivers.
All truckers, yes.
Tony's looking at getting his own authority. There's a lot of great women and men that are involved in Operation Roger. You've got Convoy for Hope. You've got Fleet of Angels that it's an extremely large organization, well-networked network of farmers that have already been into northern Michigan at this time, bringing in hay and feed to the farmers there. They work a lot with some of the cattlemen's associations. But there's just a lot of things that truck drivers are involved in right now, and it's great to see it. And I think we need to showcase on it.
And we do, and there's a lot of truck drivers groups women groups that have been handing out a lot of PPE through this whole pandemic. So we want to give a
Right.
shout out to every group that's been handing out masks and sanitizer and supplies, anything that we needed, because unfortunately, as everybody knows, we kind of got left behind being the heroes of the industry or the America.
Right.
So
And you wouldn't realize, I mean, I started extremely early trying to gather sanitizer. You wouldn't believe how hard it was
it
to
was
get it. It was extremely hard. And, you know, if it wasn't for the work of groups like Mass for Truckers and another group, the So You Care Project, a lot of truck drivers wouldn't have masks.
that's
You
right.
know, because it's impossible. It was almost impossible to buy them there in the beginning. And if it wasn't for the people involved in those organizations, we wouldn't have been able to hand out what we handed out at first.
Right.
Jesse Gillespie over at So You Care has supplied us with 150 or 200 masks.
Yep.
You know, and you know, I've bought, you know, our organizations bought a lot out of pocket. And if it, you know, we had our first round of sanitizer we purchased, and I had to do some backdoor dealing to get that, but we got it. The second round of sanitizer that we got was graciously donated by the people from Hoosier Brewery, and Hoosier Brewery, and they're great people, and they're just now these distilleries are just now able here within the last 2 or 3 weeks to be able to start supplying individuals and other organizations. Up until that point, everything that they made was earmarked for FEMA.
Yeah. We did
You
run
know,
through that a little bit because they, know some were saving for FEMA because they had already. So yeah, I remember you
right,
telling me that.
FEMA bought a large amount of sanitizer and masks and other supplies. And unfortunately, that limited a lot of what organizations can do. But thankfully now you've got Desiree Wood over at Real Women in Trucking. She's really jumped out and she's got little boxes. I mean, I'm not sure what all she's got in them boxes, but that's some good
Oh,
sized boxes.
girl, she had a mask. They had sunshades. They had
Hmm.
Clorox wipes. They had and Uber
I would look. Where did she
donated
come up with
that.
Clorox wipes?
Well,
I still can't
Uber.
find those in the store.
Right. I know, right? I didn't make it my own. The big the bull greasers that we buy at the truck stops. You can go
Right.
in there, and I had them, and I poured bleach and a little bit of water, and they're real sturdy. You can actually rinse
It
them out and
works.
use them again. It works.
It
Make
works.
do with
It
what you
works.
got is called survival. Because
Exactly.
I still to this day can barely find any cleaning supplies. And then now I just don't do much shopping at all because you got to stand in line, and truck drivers can't stand in line.
Trust me, I just come back from Walmart. It was not
I,
pretty.
I
Not pretty
know,
at all.
I know.
But you know, drivers we want to hear, you know, I know at first there was a lot of hard times, but you know, we've got the food trucks. I mean, thank goodness for the food trucks and the states that are
Yes,
allowing them to come up, step up
yes.
and actually help the drivers, and not to mention some of this food's better than anything you'd get in a truck stop. I kind of hope they keep this up because it's kind of nice having something different every once in a while.
It is, and it's easy access too. They could probably do pretty good being in those rest areas. I don't think they're going to allow it too long, but we're very grateful for it now.
Yeah. Well, if any drivers are interested in trying to locate where food trucks are set up at, there's an organization on Facebook called Food Truck Army. You can go there and they're kind of listing out where everybody's at and what they're doing.
Mhm.
And Christy Parsons also has a website called Drivers Resources. It's
Mhm.
drivers-resources.org. And she's partnered with another organization, and they have an interactive map and list of uh,
Oh,
of
okay.
food trucks and other resources for drivers. So that's two places that you can go. And Chrissy Parsons, she used to drive a truck too. So, this is more truck drivers that's coming out
Mhm.
and helping each other, and that's what we need. People talk about the brotherhood, but you know what? This is the brotherhood.
Yes, it is.
This is the
This is
brotherhood. This
what we
is
do.
it.
You give back, you pay it forward, you give back, you do beyond what you do every day to
Right.
help another person. And hell, what I learned, excuse me, I said I knew I couldn't go long without
Oh,
cussing. My, tr-
are we gonna have a swear jar on this show too?
well, I hope not, but I owe you a dollar.
For those that don't know, Cheryl is also a host on a show. What's it called, Cheryl? Give us a
uh,
shameless plug here.
it's Women in Transportation Community Hour, but we'll just call it Witch Hour. So we are live on the broadcast network, Women in Transportation Community Hour. You can find us there on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. We're going to be live like this eventually. We're audio right now, and
Okay.
y'all come over and see us. We you never know. We're witches. You don't know who we're gonna pull out of our pot any day. But we do have a lot of, but we do have a lot of guests. We empower women. We have women of all sectors of the industry or running for office that will be on our show because it never hurts to be friends with someone that's running for office, especially if they got the same values as we got, you know?
There you go. Well, see, it was Cheryl's show. She had her co-host, Tracy Grosvenor. They have a swear jar. So every time
Yes.
somebody cusses on their show, they have to donate $1 to Trucks with Room to Spare.
I know. Yeah, and I tried to send $10 the other day when I had it.
uh,
My truck got it now, but I had $10 the other day, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to send, so I got to figure
that's
out.
all
But
right.
yeah,
I
but
know where you work.
right. But yeah, I got to get you $10. I done said about 10 cuss words in the last 2 shows, just 2 shows. So
Just two shows. Well, that's pretty good for you.
actually, it is. It is. I'm pretty good to adapting to my surroundings. It just might take me a few minutes to curb the truck driver and be the professional. So
There you go. Sometimes they overlap each other. It's no big deal.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I never said this was a G-rated show.
I know. I told
but
Judge Grosvenor that was a mistake too. It needed to be rated R because we are truck drivers, but we try. But
yeah,
shoot, a lot of times, a lot of people cuss and don't even know they're cussing.
that's true.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
they
Cheryl,
just
do you know any other organizations that we need to mention that are stepping up and
Well, let's see what we got. I have hundreds and hundreds of great organizations that help everybody, but can I remember them all? No. And I've been up all night. I had a couple hours sleep this morning. I got the truck
okay?
fixed, so I was like you. I was having technical difficulties. I forgot to make notes.
Okay, I'm winging it here. Okay,
Well, I
but
know Holly Dawn. I know Holly with Family Tree. She has a family truck.
mhm.
She does a lot of stuff for America. She does the reefs for
Reach Across
Christmas.
America.
Reefs across America. And then she's got the family truck that's got a lot of people that do stuff for the industry, so she'll probably be a pretty good host. She's got that big old pretty truck, and
Right.
and
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 for
she
those of you that don't know what Race Across America is, It's an organization that takes donations throughout the year. And truck drivers donate their time and their equipment to help transport wreaths that'll be put out at veterans memorial cemeteries.
Hmm.
And some of these wonderful fallen warriors may not
Well,
even be recognized if it wasn't for this.
that's true. Then we got Make a Wish, Mother's Day Make a Wish. It won't happen this year, I'm pretty sure, because nothing else has happened. But
There's
Make
a
a
lot of
Wish,
Special
Mother.
Olympics too. That's the
Yeah,
convoys that won't be happening.
I know, but they're usually around Mother's Day, and that's another organization that raises
Mhm.
money to give to other organizations throughout the years, and of course the Olympics.
Speaking of
So
that, Alan Smith, he has a foundation, and I can't remember what it's called.
we
Do
got a
you
lot of
remember,
homework to do,
Cheryl?
girl. No,
Oh
we
God,
know
Alan,
who you
I'm
are.
sorry. Alan,
We
we know who you are, but I can't remember the name of your organization. But Mr. Smith has he's part of a wonderful foundation that selects other nonprofits within the trucking industry to help distribute donations to help them continue their mission. And I think that's wonderful because as truck drivers, there's a lot of it that we try to do on our own and we try to pay for what we can out of our own pocket. But sometimes it's
right.
nice to have a little help.
Oh, and let's not forget Lisa and Lee. And I told y'all that y'all were gonna knock my camera over. Sorry, children are misbehaving in the truck.
Ah,
But Lisa and Lee, don't forget them. The Smith, driving across America with the Smiths. They do a
mm-hmm.
lot. They do a lot of work too. They helped in the beginning when we hauled hay up to Nebraska.
Yes,
They
they
go to
did.
they support most of all the truck protest. Lisa's always trying to get her hands into something, so she's always helping out and doing things for America. So we
Yes,
want to give
and
her a
Lisa
shout out
and
too.
Lee. Yes, and they also are on our board of direct. Well, they're not on our board of directors. They're on our executive committee, and
Hmm.
Leland Schmidt is also the chairman of that committee.
Uh,
So thank you,
yes.
Lee, for serving. Thank you, Lisa, for serving. Y'all are a great help.
So tell us what Lee does, just so if his part, what's he do?
He is the chairman of the executive committee. And
Okay, that's what.
the executive committee, what their job is supposed to be, is to give us ideas on things. They're supposed to be a second brain. And they've been a little busy. They
They
spent
have
time up
been
in
very, very,
DC
yes.
and everything. So, uh, but they also have their own podcast as well, Trucking Across America with the Schmitz on Mondays. But it's there's so many, Kip Coltrane, he's been down in Louisiana at Baton Rouge, I think the last 2 days,
He
uh,
has,
trying
yes.
to trying to find a way to create legislation to lower the insurance rates in Louisiana. I had no idea that there was that big of a difference between Texas and Louisiana as far as rates. But
Yeah.
from the sounds of it down there, they got it pretty hard as far as liability insurance and whatnot.
Yeah, friend of mine, Chico McCullen, we were talking about insurance and different things about trucking and insurance the other day. So yeah, there south is our premiums are extremely high, and I want to give a shout out. She's saying hello, Miss Cheryl, Jessica, Courtney. I can't say your
Meredith,
last name. Meredith. Yeah, that's it.
hey
Hi.
Jess, how you doing, girl?
Yeah, we got a lot of people on. Tony Trace, Michelle, Scott Reed. Hey, Scott. Lisa and Lee. Jay Bird. He's playing
Thanks
in the refrigerator.
everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks
everybody's
everybody
on.
for joining our first show. I apologize again that we were late and everything kind of fell
Well,
apart and we're
that's
working on a shoestring here, but
Lie, baby. But we'll get better. We'll get better. We'll get this program. I like this setup. It's really nice.
Mm,
And I look forward to the other broadcasts to get on this too. So I think it is going to be fun. Um, yeah, we just need to get ready for hurricane season. We're still working on trying to get a day cab, and we've got some people that have. Rudolph Freight has stepped up and said that they would help supply an empty trailer when we needed it. And of course, my company they back trucks with room to spare, and they give me free will when I can afford it to run this freight and stuff. We really need
right.
to get ready. That's the biggest thing is we need, we if the small organizations can't donate the money for fuel, then that's why we have fundraisers and we try to have raffles. And of course, we had a big setup for mats, and unfortunately, they got canceled this year. So
Right.
that that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot of organizations because we
Right.
really do depend on those truck shows. Because when everybody comes to those truck shows, they done been saving up their money. They're ready to bid on these auctions, and
Well,
let's talk about Ken Freeman. No, we don't want to forget about our
oh
man.
God, no.
Yes, he dedicated a song to us, and Shelly said she'll have that ready by next week. I was gonna play it, but
Well, I was afraid it wouldn't sound right. I can upload it to the platform and play it from there. But if y'all don't know Ken Friedman, you've got to go to his Facebook page. It's called Ken
yes.
Freeman Music.
Hmm.
And he is an excellent, excellent guy. And the song is called Love Rushes In. And it's just, I'm got goosebumps, you know. But he was
I
gracious enough to allow us to use the song because it's about people coming in times of need. And
yes,
it really hits home. That's what we do. And
it
thank you,
is.
Ken, for doing that.
Right. I had it up a while ago. I was gonna play a little bit of, but this I can't find it now.
Well,
But
I'll make sure to boost it up. Come check out our Facebook page, Trucks with Room to Spare. I'll have it up there. And I'll put it
yeah,
on our Hauling Hope page too.
yeah, and I think, Shelley, while I'm sitting here, you know how my brain it never stops. Maybe we will start getting some raffle items and our broadcast, hauling hope, and
Hmm.
maybe we could put a couple of raffle prizes on there and maybe give them 2 weeks to bid on these prizes. We still got some really good stuff.
Hmm.
We really got to work on, and we need everybody's help. I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $5. Anything can help because Trucks with Room to Spare really, really works hard to raise the money for fuel because it's hard to help when you have to buy fuel.
Right.
Now a lot of our loads, like me, I've been fortunate, when because of our load board, I can look on the load board myself, and if a
Hmm.
load is still there and I'm going by it, then I don't need fuel because I'm going that way anyway.
Right.
And that's what we're really set up for, is to have loads going in your direction. Now if you're gracious enough to haul a whole load, then yeah, we've got some things set up to where it takes care of the haul. I mean, we're not paying
Hmm.
you, but we try to take care of the truck and the fuel the best we
Right.
can.
We
But
we
it
collect
is
we collect
charity.
donations. Right. We collect donations, and as an organization, we provide the driver that's basically hauling a full shipment or something that's more
Mhm.
than 2 or 3 pallets.
Mhm.
We try to provide an operating expense donation as well as your tax deductible
Right.
receipt for donating your time and your equipment. Um,
And if you need to, when you can go to truckswithroomtospare.org, our
org.
website, org. Go to
Mhm.
our website, go all the way to the bottom, and you'll have the little gray area. All the finances, you can look at our finances, you can look where the money goes. Everything is public, and I'll tell you right now, we ain't doing this to make a paycheck. We're doing this to help, just to help, to pay it forward. I make I make decent enough money when I ain't in the shop 3 weeks in a row, but but I make good money, and we do this out of the kindness of our heart. We do this because we love what we do, and we love people.
Exactly.
But anything you want to know about us is public. You can ask us. We'll send you our finance sheet. Anything you want to know about trucks with room to spare is public information. We don't, and you can see we're doing this, and right now a lot of the money's coming out of Shelly's pocket. Some's coming out of mine, but a lot of it's coming out of Shelly's. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So, I'm like, you want me to? No, I got it. I got it. But you know what? This is her baby. And, I am so honored to be with Shelly Conaway. Um, she is an amazing woman when you get past the shell. I'm just kidding, Shelly. I had to mess with you.
Sorry, train.
Yep. So, what do you think about the idea of the raffle? I mean, because we got a really nice one from Ken Freeman, but I think we're going to save that for when the truck shows open up back up. If
Yeah, I'm gonna save that for a special occasion. It's just too nice
yes,
to raffle off. But
yeah,
I think it's a good idea. It's probably something we can do. Maybe we can set up a game or something like that. Uh,
yeah. Well,
that we could possibly.
there's
Hmm?
this thing called a 50-50 raffle.
What's
We'll
that?
have to. You raise money. Half goes to the organization, and the other half goes to the winner of the mason jar. But
Okay.
we have to work on see how we can do that virtually. There, I said it virtually. See how we could get people to donate, and maybe that's something we would need to work on. What do you
We'll come up.
viewers think? What do you viewers think? Y'all think that would be something y'all would be interested in? A 50-50? Say we raise $1,000, you get 500 of it. So, so what y'all think about that? Trying to pull
Um,
up the. Hmm, there we go. She is amazing. Lisa says, "You're amazing, baby."
no, I'm not. I'm stupid. I'm
uh,
stupid. I've been driving a truck for over 20 years. I'm just a little bit crazy. I'm not all there, but you gotta love me.
you know what? Stupid is what stupid does, and honey, you far from being stupid. You might be a little ignorant on a few things, but there ain't much that you stupid. You're far from stupid. You're so intelligent. You're so
Well, I
intelligent.
appreciate it,
You run
girl.
yourself crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, let's get off of me and back onto what we're doing.
All
Like
right.
I said, if we've been on here 30 minutes, that's probably enough time. But I want everybody out there to know, if you know a driver or a dispatcher or somebody in transportation that's making a difference and giving back, please nominate them. Let us know who they are and what they're doing so we can showcase them and let everybody else know what they're doing.
Yeah,
There's
because if
a
this gets
go ahead.
started real good, we're liable to have the Holland for Hope Award for the year. We
It's
might come up
possible.
with something possible. That's a good idea. See, I think good.
There you go. But, and much like there's a lot of people throughout the industry that doesn't know what the other group is doing, it's kind of the same here. There's a lot of us. There's what, 3 million truck drivers in the country.
That's
And,
what they say. Might
there's a
be.
lot of people that are doing things that nobody else knows about. And that's what we want to
No,
do. We want to share that with everybody.
we do.
Because
We
you know
know a lot
what?
of people, but we don't know them
It
all.
right. It may be somebody that you like what they're doing and you want to help them. And that's I've been out here long enough. I know what the brotherhood is. And the brotherhood is if somebody needs it, you're there. If somebody needs help, you're there.
Right, like stopping
And
on the side of the road and helping somebody instead of
well,
just blowing
kind of
by 'em.
kind of dangerous
Yeah,
nowadays. But it would be
I
nice if
know.
you'd at least pick up the CB and go, "Hey, are you okay?" Most of them don't even do that. They won't even move over for you. But if you know a driver or somebody in the industry that you'd like to see on this show and be recognized, send us a message and let us know. And if you or somebody you know, a company, an individual, uh, would like to get involved and help us, we are looking for warehouse space across the country that would allow us to store supplies there to make it easier for us to deploy during a disaster. If somebody's got trailers that they would like to donate, we can give them a deduction for them. Uh, we're always this is far fetched, but we're always looking for trucks for donations because we do have a lot of people that are company drivers that would like to participate with us, but they don't have their own equipment. And
Right.
I'm in the process of pulling grants, everything that I can to try to purchase more equipment. But it's a slow process.
And I get to
Yes.
retire soon. I get to retire soon. So when
Listen,
things do
you can't
happen,
retire till we get a paycheck, okay? You can't retire yet.
I'm retiring. I'm retiring
Okay.
because when disaster hits, I will be driving the trucks with room to spare truck. I promise you, because that's part time or seasonal. It's seasonal.
Seasonal, yeah. Well, it
Seasonal.
ain't anymore
Well, but
nowadays. It hasn't been seasonal.
right. But see, the pleasure of it is you ain't got to pay me to haul for trucks with room to spare because we were getting there and it's going to be doing it because it's what I want to do for America and I want to
Right,
stay in the industry. So yeah, we're gonna trucks with room to spare is growing. We're just growing baby steps, but well, they
right,
say to build a foundation, you got to step small. If you step
right,
too big, you're going to fall through the cracks.
right.
So
And
we're
anything that's good takes time.
yes, it
And
does.
that's what we're doing is we're taking our time and we're doing it right.
Hmm.
And if you're a driver that would like to get involved and help our organization in times of need, please message us. Um, it would be probably me or Cheryl or Colleen Goodrich, who is also another board of directors that would respond to you.
Hmm.
We'll tell you how to get involved. If you
Hey,
can't haul a load, you can tell somebody about us.
hey,
Uh,
Joe Denny, bring all your black smoke batters over, buddy. He's on here. That's why I'm saying, hey,
there's Joe
JoJo.
on there.
Hey, Joe Denny's
Hi,
watching.
Joe.
We need when y'all ain't busy, y'all come help
But no,
us.
no, no. I do have to recognize Joe Denny because he didn't haul for us, but I was told that Mr. Denny did carry a load of hay into the Midwest during the flooding last year. And
Oh,
thank
I
you
didn't
very
know
much,
that.
Mr.
Thank
Denny.
you,
I
Joe.
appreciate you helping. I wish it had been through us, but either way, you stepped out and you made a difference, and I
Mhm.
appreciate that. Thank you.
And Sean Mitchell wants us to give him a shout out. Kip will be on the Truckers Independent Broadcast Network on June 14th. And I'm sure he's another legislator running for office. Um,
No, Kip has been in the disaster relief sector for
oh,
many years, and he's an owner operator.
oh,
He's a
okay,
really great
okay.
guy. He's done a lot. And for those of you that are in the fight that don't know, he's the one that's helping lead the charge in Louisiana on insurance rates. And to be honest,
Oh,
he
okay.
had no idea y'all were in D.C. from what I heard. So, I mean, one hand doesn't know what the other hand's doing. We need to network as much as we can in the
Yes.
disaster relief as well as, reaching drivers with issues that they need to know about. So
Joe
if
Denny. Joe Denny
like
says We will be more than glad to do whatever we can to help y'all. So
Thank you,
I'm a
Joe.
hold you to that, Big Daddy. I'm holding you, Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Because I'm afraid this is going to be a bad one this year. I hope it's not. But, two tropical storms before hurricane season even hits uh, is not a good sign usually. I could be
Well, and
wrong,
when
but
you got hurricanes named after some of the baddest bitches in the history, then that's a dead giveaway. Red flag. Here we come.
I'm gonna post a list on our Facebook page of the names that's already been picked out for this year.
Yes.
We might do a raffle and see which name's going to be the biggest and the baddest.
Yeah, yeah. Don't they do something like that, like football? They do the square things,
Yep,
and if you could pick, is that? Oh, yeah. Okay, that
something
sounds
like that.
good.
Yeah,
Mm, yeah,
yeah. We
that would be
might we might
cool.
do something with the names. So,
Yeah, 'cause we want
uh,
to do fun stuff too. You know.
right. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and if you're watching the replay, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us a message. Uh, Check out our website, truckswithroomtospare.org. Um, Hauling Hope doesn't have a website yet. I really don't think that we need one. Uh,
Mm,
we're all in the same mission here to help those that need it when we can. And I wouldn't ask a driver to do anything that I haven't done myself.
and me either.
Uh, Cheryl hauls loads. I haul loads. Lisa and Lee, goodness gracious, they hauled 3 or 4 last year. And
I got to
Lee
do
brought,
two.
yep, Lee brought guys in that had never hauled hay before and was helping them to learn how to transport hay. It's just, how can I say this? When you pull in and you see it, and you know, as a driver, 1 pallet of water doesn't look like a lot, but that 1 pallet of water might be all the water a community has. And that's where
Uh,
we try to make a
somebody,
difference.
Joe Denny said Lynn, um, Beer Shake,
Mhm.
helped us last year.
Okay, they must have been working with Lisa and Lee.
Oh yeah, 'cause Lisa and Lee said a lot of heavy haulers hauled hay. Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
Lee and Lisa brought a lot of people into the hay last
Oh
year for
yeah.
the Midwest.
Mm.
Yeah, she kind of took that over. She's kind of our director over ag stuff because I pull flatbed. I'm not a farmer. And she's got chickens and, they do that kind of stuff. I just pull
She makes
flatbed.
the best washing. She makes the best washing powder on earth.
She's
She got
supposed to
this.
get me some.
I know she got me some. I didn't need but just a toothbrush, and it got all the stains out of my shirt, out of my
Yep,
truck's room.
yep.
Thanks,
And
Lise.
hey, if y'all find Lisa Schmidt out on the road, don't let her lie to you. She's got a whole sleeper full of fresh canned vegetables. Okay, she cans all of her own stuff, so hit her up.
She's
I
our
love you,
little
Lisa.
mother nature. She lives off the land.
Yep, yep.
So,
I love her to death. But
well,
thank y'all for tuning in, and I'm sorry, we kind of get sidetracked, but we just like to talk about what we're doing and what others are doing, and that's the whole purpose of the show is to let everyone else know what's going on in the world, and maybe you find something that you can help in because it takes one person to make a difference in someone's life, and
yes,
everyone should try to be that person, make the difference in a person's life each day.
that's true. That's what makes the world go round. And you think you're going through your worst struggles. Well, you you know, what I learned through life is when I'm going through my hardest struggles is when I need to step out and help somebody the most. And believe it or not, most of the time I wind up getting more help than the person I'm trying to help
There
just
you go.
by looking around. And then it makes you realize your stuff ain't nothing compared to somebody else's. You just think it is
There you
because
go.
we get caught up here. So
Yep,
reach
it's
out and pay
karma.
it forward.
It's
hmm
karma.
hmm
But yeah, everybody, sorry, my phone's sliding. Be sure to check back on Saturday with us next time. Same places. If you have a driver that you'd like to see on the show for us to talk to and get them recognized for the good that they're doing, please shoot us a message. Otherwise, we'll let everybody know who's going to be on next week. And y'all be safe and have a good one. And thank you. You want to say something, Cheryl?
Nope. Love y'all, and I'll see you around.
All right. Bye, everybody.
I was supposed to leave, I think. I don't know if I left or not. Okay, I think so. I don't know.